from too big to be, and I'm here to explain to you the primary factor expected to contribute in the increase in infections in Malaysia 2024. Firstly, is a targeted fuel subsidy program. The government plans to roll out a targeted food subsidy program is anticipated to contribute to the infections. The example, this program expected to begin as early as May 2024 could lead to higher food price for consumers not be covered by the subsidy, so thereby increase the overall cost of transactions and the goods. Next, adjustments service tax. So the economics predict that the fuel subsidy rationalism will lag by headline inflations by 0.7 to 1.1 in the 2023. In the adjustment service that likely increase the cost of service across the various sectors, contribute further to inflation. Besides that, to manage the impact of this factor, the government and policymakers might be considered the actions.
Cost push inflation occurs when the overall price level in economy rise due to the increased cost of production and services. This situation can have significant implications for an economy affecting everything from consumer purchasing power to business profitability and overall economic stability. These higher production costs can result from rising price for raw material, labor, and other input necessary. As businesses face higher costs, they pass this increase onto consumers in the form of higher price for their product and services. When the cost of fuel such as gasoline, diesel, or natural gas increase, it directly impacts transportation costs for businesses. Higher fuel costs lead to increased production expenses, which are then passed on consumers through higher price for goods and service. For example, rising pork price can affect transportation costs for shipping raw material and finished products. Non-food items, including a wide range of goods such as clothing, electronics, and machinery. When the cost of raw materials like metal, plastic, or textile rise, manufacturers face higher production costs. These increased costs are often reflected in higher price for non-food products in the market. Food items are essential for daily living and their price are sensitive to supply and demand. Increase in production costs can lead to the higher food prices. When the food production costs rise, consumers experience inflation as grocery prices increase. As you can see the curve that I show you in the slide, when the AS0 shifts to the AS1, the equilibrium aggregate output falls from international income 0 to the international income 1. The general price level rises from P0 to P1. The increase in general price level is called cost push inflation.
Question 4. Describe the potential consequence of rising inflation on the affordability of essential goods and services in Malaysia. Based on the research that I have done, Rewin Hill 2023 says that there are 4 impacts of rising inflation on affordability of essential goods and services in Malaysia. But I will only list out 3 points out of 4. The first impact is decreased purchasing power, which inflation reduces the value of money, meaning that consumer can buy less with the same amount of income. This diminished purchasing power makes it harder for households to afford basic necessities such as food. Staples items like rice, vegetables, meats become more expensive, forcing families to either cut back on quality or quantity. Next point is cost of living. The cost of living refers to the amount of money needed to cover basic expenses such as housing, food, tax, and healthcare in a particular place and time period. Higher price for essential goods and services directly contribute to an increased cost of living. This can particularly affect low and middle income families who spend a large portion of their income on necessities. It is also a critical factor that affect individuals and family well-being and overall quality of life. The key components that often considered in the cost of living calculation include transportation. For example, fuel price. Rising fuel price increase the cost of commuting and transportation, and it will impact their daily travel and the overall cost of goods. The last effect is income disparities. Rising inflation can make income difference worse by affecting low-income households more than high-income households. Fixed income and low wages will always struggle to keep up with the rising price. So let me show how inflation impacts income disparities. This is the example of graph that shows impact on low-income versus high-income household. So basically, income difference is one of the impact of income disparities. Low-income household. Their wages often do not rise as fast as price, so they can buy less with the same amount of money. And they spend most of their money on essentials like food, housing, and utilities. When price rise, they struggle more. How about high-income household? Their wages are more likely to increase with inflation, so they don't lose as much as buying power. How about their expenses? They have more money left over after paying for essentials, so they can better handle price increase.